it's funny. And this is like my third try at filming my high school experience vlog. It's just driven me crazy. But yeah, it's been raining bats and rats all day outside, so I'm just gonna try and vliggity vlog through this and maybe say something helpful or productive. I thought that like sharing my experiences with you guys might be kind of helpful because it's no secret I'm steadily approaching like old hag age here on YouTube. I'm 25, so I thought that it would be like helpful for me to give y'all like a perspective of being like way removed from high school. I just graduated from college, so, but I still like really remember what happened in high school and how I dealt with some things and like what to expect and yada yada yada. I definitely wasn't like Miss Popularity. I definitely wasn't like, you know, in the whole like cheerleader football player crowd. I was definitely considered, you know, out there, alternative, strange. I feel like I kind of represent like 99.9% of the high school population of not like being, you know, prom queen and football sweetheart. So I guess I'm mainly gonna focus on stuff that happened to me like with boyfriend stuff. The clubs and activities that I was in when I was in high school, I was really huge into drama, theater stuff. I did forensics, so that's like the debate team. For a while, do not laugh, I was in FFA. That was pretty much it. I mean, everyone alive was in the student council. Oh, I was in the French National Honor Society. That was pretty cool. Basically, I was involved with theater and that was my main thing, and the other stuff was just like secondary or during my off season. The first thing that pretty much everybody experiences is like general anxiety of what high school is going to be like versus like what junior high and middle school is going to be like. The second thing is like you're pretty much panicked that you're not going to get to any of your classes on time because high schools are bigger than like middle schools and junior highs and stuff like that. I'm definitely not gonna like paint y'all some Charles Dickens stuff. Like, high school is neither the best of times nor the worst of times, but my biggest piece of advice is definitely enjoy it while you can, because in my personal opinion, like, it's not like high school is the best time of your life, but it is a lot of fun because generally you are with the same group of people for 4 years and it's pretty easy. Like, I mean, most of the people I knew, definitely myself speaking, I didn't have very many responsibilities. It was just kind of like go to school, make good grades, have fun with your friends. I definitely entered high school with the clique that I came from in junior high. That is actually where the name Bunny originated, was from the days of my youth. Each of my friends, we had animal names. Like, my best friend at the time, she was a bat. I was Rabid Rabbit. We had a slug, we had a turtle, we had all kinds of different animals. And we all based them off of our, like, wonky, physical features. My friend who was a bat, she had like really pointy like fang teeth, so that's why she was a bat. I was really hyper and I had like big buck teeth, so I was like Rabid Rabbit. And I kind of think that the way that we did that was pretty cool because, you know, it's like when you make fun of your own deficit characteristics, like, it kind of prohibits people from bringing it up and making fun of you in the future. I don't know, I guess that's why, like, still to this day, like, people all the time, like, say about my teeth, and I'm like, and what? Like, we've been joking about that for like 20 years now. And I know this sounds kind of stupid, but I didn't really care about branching out that much my freshman year. I was happy where I was at. Like, we used to come home from school every day. We would act out the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and we had a great time, and we watched tons of Johnny Depp movies on the weekend, and I actually brought some stuff from my high school memory box. And, like, this is the kind of stuff we made. Like, first of all, like, I had a whole notebook decorated with Johnny Depp's hotness in it. And this is what I seriously took my school notes in. And I know I've told you guys in my vlog before that, like, when I was 12 or 13 or I don't remember what year, right around in that year, I had a Johnny Depp birthday cake, and this was the picture that was on my birthday cake. But I'm so glad that I have this notebook. This notebook is like gold to me. This has like all of our notes in it. I don't know if like people in high school still do this, but me and my best friend, the one that was the bat, we passed this back and forth between every single class period. We would leave it in each other's locker, and like, I was totally in love with Johnny Depp, so all the pictures of Johnny Depp are mine, and then all the ones of she was kind of like in a crossfire. She didn't know who she loved more. So she had Trent Reznor, Mike Myers, and Owen Wilson. And we just like had so much fun with this. So when I was a freshman, I was pretty much still like in a very childlike mode. Like I definitely did not care about boys yet. I didn't care about makeup. I didn't care about clothing really. Like I dressed really weird. I just kind of did whatever I wanted and had fun with the same friends that I'd had like my whole life. So when I was a sophomore, I started doing more of the acting, started making some more friends. And the first play that I was in high school, it was called Antigone, and I actually met my first boyfriend, like my first actual boyfriend beyond like my second grade boyfriend, my sophomore year. We didn't start dating until my junior year. So I'll just go ahead and do like an overview before I get into the more specific stuff. So then my junior year, I was involved in like every play, and I also got my first car in my junior year. And then in my senior year, like I just basically was kind of running wild. Like I was hanging with my friends all the freaking time, and I actually jacked a stack of like write yourself out of school passes. People, do not try this at home. But I like jacked a thing of like so-and-so is excused from school passes from the front office, and I would just write myself out of school. I'd be like, Bunny is to leave campus at 2, and I would just be like, deuces. And I would like write my friends out of school. My actual business partner now, who's in my screen printing business with me, he was a freshman when I was a senior, and I used to write him out of school with me all the time, and we'd just like run around town. We'd go shopping. Me and him, we would go to Starbucks all freaking day, and it was just like whatever. By the time I was a senior, I was just kind of like, and I'm done. Like all I wanted to do was just like squirrel around with my friends. So now I'll get into some more specific stuff and like give a couple points of advice that I know no one's gonna listen to. Because the first thing is gonna sound totally crazy, but one of the biggest pieces of advice that I can give is don't date in high school, or at least try not to get serious at all. Because everybody I know, including myself, had disastrous high school relationships, and I feel like if I would have just left that segment out of my life, I would have been a whole lot better off and a whole lot happier, and everything would have been like much less stressful, and I would have probably enjoyed the experience much more. I mean, I know people who still are emotionally not ready for relationships, and they're my age. They're like 25 and older. So, like, definitely in high school, most of the guys, I can pretty much confidently say, are not ready for, like, commitment or anything of the sort, right? And I, of course, came with all these, like, naive romantic ideals about, like, when you date somebody, you just, like, meet them and you instantly fall in love, and you're like, and I love you, and, like, that's how it goes. But that's not how it worked out. So I said I met my high school boyfriend my sophomore year. We started dating the fall of my junior year. Everything was great for a while. We had a lot of fun. And then it was over Christmas break. He found out that his dad was getting a job transfer. He was moving 5 hours away, and he didn't even want to try and do a long distance thing. And so to me, that was just like, and my world stopped. Like, I was so freaking depressed. It was like the rest of my junior year was just like, womp, like totally downhill, when I should have been having fun, you know? I definitely don't know the guy anymore. We haven't talked in a million years. The only thing I know is that he's married now, and that's cool. And I don't know if he was doing this just because he's immature, or like if he had some kind of like malicious intent to be like, well, I've still got a girl way back in Houston that cares about me, you know? Like, I don't really know where he was coming from, or, you know, maybe he just didn't know what the hell he was doing was like harmful. But what happened is we broke up, but we didn't really like break up. It's like we still talked on the phone all night long, every night. He would text me in the morning before we were going to school. There was still like the I love you thing being said back and forth. And like when you're 15, you know, oh my god, I sound like Taylor Swift. When you're 15! But you know, it's like, it's true though. You know, like when you're 15-year-old girl and like somebody's like, I love you, and they're like saying all this stuff, you know, like you take that to heart. Or at least I did. Maybe I'm gullible. You know, and so it was like this really long thing. It lasted throughout the rest of my high school career. And it was kind of like this off and on thing. We weren't really broken up. We weren't really dating. It was somewhere in between. I definitely was prevented from moving on and dating somebody else. He ended up taking me to my senior prom, and I did have a lot of fun at the time, but looking back on it, I should have just like been like, no, stop talking to me, and dated somebody else. Like, that would have definitely been the correct thing to do. But I mean, looking back on it, I wish I just would have like focused more on my activities or had more fun with my friends. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is like peer pressure. I know everybody is always talking about peer pressure and bullying. One of the things that I faced difficulty with, and this was more of like an inner struggle than anything that I shared with anybody, but I was definitely edge in high school. And I don't mean edge in like some crazy sense where I didn't drink caffeine and I didn't like take medicine, because I mean, like, you know, everybody who knows me knows that I have like a gallon of sweet tea in one hand from Chick-fil-A and like a bottle of Advil in my other hand. So I definitely wasn't edge like that, but I definitely still to this day, you know, don't smoke pot, don't drink alcohol, don't like pop pills. When I started partying when I was a junior, it's like I very much felt out of sync with everyone else, just because I personally did not want to drink and didn't want to take drugs, and everybody, it's like I would be at a party and I would be there in like 3 hours, I'm into the party, you know, I just want to hang out, have fun, socialize, and everyone else is getting wasted. So it's just like I ended up feeling like a loser, or ended up not going because I'm just like, okay, well, I don't want to, you know, sit on the couch and twiddle my thumbs. But the really cool thing is I had another really good best friend in high school. Her name is Karen. She's still like one of my best friends today. I definitely consider her my sister, but she was a great outlet because we used to do all kinds of just stupid stuff. Like, we would go up to Target on a Friday night and just like buy stupid stuff like little Matchbox cars or like weird pajama pants that had like cereal characters on them. I don't know, we just made our own fun, you know? So it's still like I felt like I had like a creative outlet and like time to hang out with my friends, but I wasn't really being pressured into like doing anything that I didn't want to do. Next thing I'm going to say is bullying, and I know everybody hits on the topic of bullying on YouTube, so I'm not about to like bust out the little violin and be like, hey, woe is me. But I just wanted to say, like, you are you, be proud of who you are, and don't take from anybody. And like, that is definitely how I have lived my life. And that's just because like there's stuff that I want to do. Like, I don't want to look back when, you know, I'm way older and be like, well, I wish I would have had fun doing this or got laughs doing this. You know, like, I just like doing silly stuff or stupid stuff or just weird stuff or like whatever strikes me at the moment that I should be doing. That's what I do. For instance, one time in high school, I came to school dressed in a prom dress to regular classes on a dare, and I just did it for fun because I thought it would be funny and I thought it would be something memorable. And you know what? People still remember that to this day. Did people make fun of me? Sure. Did people go up and down the hall and like laugh at me? Sure. Do I remember the specific things they said? No. But do I remember like laughing with me and my friends, like as I was troubadouring up and down the hallway wearing a prom dress? Yes, I remember that. So, you know, high school is a lot about making memories, and you don't want to regret not doing what you want to do just because you're scared somebody's going to bully you. There are going to be bullies throughout your entire life, like literally from the moment you're a child to the moment that you die. Like, somebody is going to have a problem with what you do. I mean, like, it is no secret people have a problem with me, you know? Like, that's why I'm just like, you know, just let it roll off your back. It doesn't mean anything. And I will just tell you that, like, my very best friends, yes, I met them in high school. I met them before high school, you know, and those are the people that are going to stick by you no matter what. But, like, all the other people that make fun of you and bully you, like, who the hell are they? Like, 2 seconds after you graduate, you never see these people again. They don't matter anymore. Like, they float on and do whatever it is with their life, and you float on and do whatever it is with your life, so why let them get you down? So as usual, please take a moment to subscribe, comment down below if you want. You can like me on Facebook if you want, that way you can vote on the future videos that I make. And if you want, you can follow me on Twitter. My name there is Pretty Vacant. I'll put it right down here. And I will see you guys later. Bye.